purely based on what I've seen yesterday from Talon.
I don't know if people in chat are going to be happy with those percentages.
Well, I'm sorry, but you know me, I'm an honest guy. I'm throwing stuff out there the way it has to be thrown out there.
Prepare for battle.
No, but in all seriousness, like Talon yesterday showed weakness when the enemy's tempo starts to ramp up, and outsiders have a great tempo draft. Like they were just very split on the map, getting picked off left and right. So we'll see how they adjust this time around.
Quick pause, but we could see 5v5 smokes. Chat, it's time for some chat interaction. Both teams smoke. Do you think there will be a kill pre-horn with both teams full smoking? Just press 1 for yes, 2 for no.
Are we taking part of the game in the game?
I mean, you could if you want.
You can't.
I'll say no.
Same.
As much as I'm hoping yes, because you got the SEA presence.
I feel like Talon is actually one of the most passive SEA teams, though. They like to farm very greedily around the map and, get into late game. It's usually how they win.
Outsiders wrapped all the way around. I'm taking a look at chat just real quick. I'm going to take a look. I'm going to see what they want to say. A lot of 2s. I don't see any 1s. Oh, stun on a GPK. But he's got the illusory orb. Doesn't exactly get him that far away. But now they've got the avalanche. The Blade Fury Makoto. He's in trouble and he'll go down. Makoto.
Everybody answered yes.
There were no 1s. I will tell you right now, chat did not have any 1s.
The battle
I'm sad. Chat couldn't predict that well.
I mean, it's like Twitch chat is they're like a hive mind. The first person that says no, everybody will say no. So single out that first person that said no and flame him.
All right, chat, get on that. While you're on that, we're going to continue to cast the game here. I appreciate your interaction, though. We'll see how this Doom does. Dooms naturally farm pretty well, of course, right?
And Doom is going to absolutely free farm here. Doom is considered one of the harder Darkseid counters, actually.
But my question just becomes, is that worth it? Like, Doom naturally farms in the off lane anyway. Do you need him? Like, having him in the safe lane, what's different?
I mean, it just makes the draft very, very quick tempo, because you will always farm more on the safe lane than you will in the off lane. Well, not always, but most of the time you will, especially in a counter matchup like this. So his BKB timing is going to be much earlier, his Midas timing is going to be much earlier, and he can just transition to become this unstoppable force that, again, Entity played it yesterday. I think Saberlight went 15-0-20 or something when I carry Doom. A simple reason just being you can literally just eat every creep where there's an Iron Shell on, like so.
Okay, Jakiro a little bit low. Dakota on the on this Jakiro. I was hoping it would be an off-lane Jakiro, but obviously that's not happening. Just one of these days, we'll see Jakiro back in the limelight, back in the 3 position.
Support Jakiro isn't horrible.
No, I actually think Jakiro's really good.
Nice place. Yeah. It's also one of the supports that can actually push out lanes and be happy while doing so.
I want to say I think Jakiro is one of those hub game stars. Just so frustrating to play against if played the right way, with the liquid fire and the dual breath, just constantly with the harassment,
Yeah, 100%. But I feel like now this meta is literally just that. Every hero is tailored towards being annoying.
True. I don't disagree with that much at all.
I mean, look at the Dire draft. Which of these heroes can you consider not annoying? Then you look at the Radiant and you're like,
Which of these heroes do you consider not annoying? I guess, yeah, you're right.
It's, it's very much the theme of Dota lately.
Ooh, Hagoda getting body blocked by Zephyr, and they've got the Crypt Storm. KP will get a kill up in the top lane. Well
Easy
done there.
peasy.
So take that annoyance and shove it.
Yeah, I mean, Death Prophet is just an incredibly strong laner. Very difficult to deal with.
How's this lane meant to go?
I do think Jug should farm here quite freely, but so will DP. I don't think you should get any kills here on either side, so if you call out a position, but it is a tough lane. Like, Death Prophet is never easy to lane against as a melee.
Just have that healing ward, continual heals, obviously just level 1, so it's not exactly like the most heal, but it is enough to sustain yourself at the moment in the lane. When it is in fact up, you just don't want to give away the gold, and now they've got the liquid fire and the dual breath. KP in trouble. Blade Fury on both of them. Zephyr kind of walks into it. You gotta worry, at least for the moment, that both these heroes just got really low, and the dual breath hits them both. White Carapace, the lockdown. Zephyr burning out. Meanwhile, Hyde and Yamich go down. It looked like, I'd like to apologize to the observer. Both those heroes looked like they were gonna die. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You got someone to blame now.
No, it's my fault. Yeah, Hyde going down. Yamich fell. Ended up trading supports down bottom. Bit of a stack here.
Yeah, but Doom is very happy. You can already see. He's almost into a Midas and he's 20 gold and it's minute 4:30.
Yeah, really enjoying his time, that's for sure.
In fact, his Midas is flying out.
Ooh, Coda's
No.
dead if they got the right click. Yeah, they
Yep.
did.
Tower armor not enough to save him. DP hits quite hard, and yeah, the top lane is not going well at all. Juggernaut is still free farm though, as we expected. And they're just giving him kills here.
Yeah.
Not really what you want to do.
But you can see like bottom's going really well, and then truthfully,
I wish we had
mid's
some
not
stats
bad
for this.
Makoto either.
Oh no, it's not. Alina never loses lane though. That's kind of the specialty of the hero. Is this the fastest Midas we've seen on Doom this patch? It's probably gonna be. It arrives at 5:17.
17. That's yeah. I mean, that's a fast Midas. That is certainly up there, and you can see how much he's leading on the net worth at the moment. Like, he's got 1,200, or well, now 1,000 over that Jug.
The crazy part is that they're not leading by 1k in the net worth yet though, which means the other lanes aren't going as smoothly as they possibly could.
Yeah, the supports are down by 100 each, and then the off lane's down by 100, and the mid's down by 100. So it's not exactly, it's, you know, about 600 gold that they lead by. That's all in the Doom, at least for now. Brought over Zephyr to secure a regen rune. They'll keep GPK's bottle empty, and they'll use the Dream Coil if GPK comes in. And
oh, he broke the coil.
Zephyr snapping the coil, and he'll end up falling to GPK. And I don't know if that was what he was expecting to do.
Now, what he wanted to do is he wanted to break the coil and stun the puck with the damage of the coil break.
Right.
But he got hit initially while puck phase shifted, so he dodged all that together, and it just ended up being like 500 burst damage in his face. I don't actually think he would have died there otherwise.
If he didn't snap it.
Yeah. He tried to go for the big risky play and did not pay off that time.
Ramsey's forced to walk all the way back home.
Yeah, Doom net worth. He's not using his Midas though. Uh-oh. It's been off cooldown for 15 seconds. Now he does.
Alright. There it is. Finally using it. So he's gone 3-3 so far in the 6 levels. See what he ends up pulling off as he starts to get more and more of these items, because he's going for that early BKB.
Ooh, tiny potentially in trouble. That slow is gonna stack indefinitely. And he does not have a TP.
But Ramses is the one coming over. So Hyde, he's got Shallow Grave. He'll use it. He's brought 3 heroes to try and just get this kill onto the Dazzle, and eventually Dazzle dies, but they've committed a wall? That doesn't really seem like it's an equivalent exchange. Meanwhile, the top tier 1, with the fact that Ramses came bottom, is going to take some damage to this exorcism of KP.
Yeah, just to pressure the tower down. Half duration still, so they should be able to get the top tower. Is there anyone that plans on defending it? Not really. And the early game is already looking pretty bad for outsiders, honestly. Like, the Jug is not nearly as farmed as he wanted to be. And the side lanes just went way too well for Talon. Again, this Doombringer is just getting way too rich. Ah, and that's the power of the safe lane Doom. Like, what do you do about it? His net worth is insane.
Yeah, it really is. Almost 6K. It's a high GPM, that's for sure. Sitting at 574 compared to the next highest of 408.
They're doing a big smoke down though. He's decently tanky, but not super tanky, so if they get on top of him, they can definitely kill him quite easily. Oh, he's showing himself.
He's showing, is anybody going to come here to try and help him out? They're trying to get the toss to snap the coil. They've got the avalanche. He's still alive. He's got the heal. And eventually he'll have the shallow grave. So they lose DM. As long as 23 Savage survives, I think this is an okay move for all these heroes to come down bottom. He gets to live and TP's to mid.
Yeah, he still has the healing ability.
Yeah, and they find damage is a +1, so he TP's out. They end up now looking for another kill on GPK. He's playing aggressive, but he's got no help. So 4 heroes came bottom for Talon to help out the Doom. That brings all 5 over there. They end up keeping him alive, and net worth's going to continue to skyrocket.
Yeah, Doom is a very tanky hero naturally, under the tower especially. He gets +7 armor from the Devour ability, of course. This was pretty much the worst case scenario. You committed so many heroes for like 30-40 seconds. Coil on Nyx.
Ooh, Coil should be free. Zephyr, he'll go down. Ice Path thrown. They've got the damage coming out onto the tower. They're going to try and take a tier 1 themselves.
Now the scary part for outsiders is that every hero that needs money on the Radiant has got the money. And KP rectifying his mistake from yesterday, going instantly for the BKB. I liked it a lot. Once they have the 3 BKBs up, I don't know what the die actually does to fight them.
They're down 4K already. They're trying to take out this mid-tier 1. They have a response coming from outside, but how much is this going to be worth for them? Yeah, the Laguna Blade, they throw the Ice Path. KP standing his ground, going after GPK while the Avalanche hits on 2 heroes. Yamage now on the run. They've got the wall down. Macropyre, KP needs to be careful. He'll walk in the wall. He'll walk in the Macropyre. He won't burn out.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, as the ghosts come back in. Heal him back to pretty much full. But that's all they want to do, right? Make more space for Doom. The strong timing of the Radiant is like the BKB is coming out of them. And DP is halfway there, so is Lina, and so is Doom. So you need just about 5 more minutes of space. All these BKBs are out. That's the timing you want to hit. And as I said, I don't know how Outsiders actually fights that. Recognizing that, they smoke up straight away, trying to kill that Doom up in the top lane. Who's sitting at very low health. Like, if he gets caught out now, he's just dead.
Yeah, he's playing pretty greedy to try and get this BKB. Use the Dream Coil on the Dazzle. And he's got the Shallow Grave. Early use of the Shallow Grave. And they kill Hyde, but this is the second or third time that Hyde's really just been able to draw the attention of outsiders. Like, this isn't exactly the kill that, you know, the straw that breaks the camel's back on this one. Talon's still in a great spot.
Yeah, Doom still didn't die a single time. They tried to gank him like 2 or 3 times already. Things are still going well. And there is a Midas now completed on Juggernaut too, but he's still very underfarmed.
They see DM. The Vendetta use of Zephyr, he's right under the nose of the Darkseer.
Radiant are scanning.
keeping an eye on him, but never going for it. The team doesn't exactly want to keep up and back him up just yet. They got the scan that landed on these outsider heroes, and immediately Dakota's going to TP over mid. They see the Nyx assassin, and with vacuum back, Zephyr in trouble, dusted up. They stun DM, but Zephyr's going to try to walk this one away. It's just extending the inevitable, as eventually he'll fall, and it will be to GPK. That leaves the tier 1 over mid. Yeah. Which they still haven't gotten.
Yeah, I mean, again, the problem is that Talon issue right now isn't super strong. They just want to draw attention away. Just spoke about farm those BKBs. Once they're up, they're going to probably group smoke and just overrun outsiders who are very reliant on like some sort of combo play with the vacuum ice path avalanche. If they don't get it off, which is not easy to get off, it's going to be tough team fights for them. Looking to dive the Lina potentially. Very timid still.
I'd still very much alive, but here comes a Tiny going real fast, but, well, the heroes had enough damage to take him out before the ice path basically controlled him. And Yamage running full speed into,
nice carapace.
into a brick wall. EPK will hit by the stun. Ice path locks up Makoto for a moment. Might have even saved the life of this Puck, who's now picked up a double damage.
Yeah, they also had a pipe on Darkseid completed already, so the magic damage would not have killed them. But yeah, they're going for pure group up items. Pipe this early on Darkseid is pretty uncommon unless you really plan on cranking up the pressure soon. Which is kind of weird though, because Juggernaut went for Midas. So, going like 2 different directions with the item builds.
So BKB for Doom, that's at 9 seconds.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You must be much happier. He's got his BKB flying out now.
Yeah, and how about Lina? 400 away from it.
Yeah.
Okay, they'll be hitting like a 15-30 minute timing, like 15 minutes 30 seconds. And they should be smoking up with that. Get the mid tower, start controlling the enemy side of the jungle.
Is this 3K lead solidified for Talon? Like, are they truly leading by this number, like the difference that this should feel like? Or does it feel like more for outsiders because they went full Midas on Ramses? And I'll hold that question. Macropire is down. Dream Coil used on 23 Savage. They still can't kill him. He's still alive. Gank him as many times as you want. This man is still surviving.
He also says a BKB that he didn't pop. Nice patience on him. Here's the smoke, but
Dire's middle tower
without the Doom,
Dire's structures are
which is a little bit curious.
Feels like outsiders are struggling to really get these ganks to work out for them.
Yeah, they don't have the greatest gank heroes. They've like Puck tiny, but it's not a whole lot of damage.
Yeah.
Alright, Lina BKB, 3 BKBs up now. They could just go for Roshan, or they might want to wait for DP level 12 to do that. Oh, he's spinning. If he gets stunned, he might be dead. He tried.
Nice path. Stun's kind of missing across the board. Laguna Blades use Hakoda on the run, and he is alive. Post the poison touch. Kid comes over, and now they've got the vacuum as well as the wall. It's going to be out of 2 as well as the ice path that kind of puts KP out of position. Avalanche hits. Zephyr thrown up into the air, but he still survives. Got the spike carapace. That stuns up GPK. Yamage wants to continue to chase. The illusory orb is there. They should have a kill onto the Nyx assassin. Silence on the 3, but no follow-up coming in from Talon. You've got 23 Savage up in the top lane. And Dazzle all the way back at base. So finally outsiders get a kill, but again, it's another one on a support. And the supports make up 7 of these 8 kills. They've only killed Makoto as a core.
Which was before the laning phase also. So, I mean, it's going well for Talon, it really is, but what they have been showing in the last couple of games they played, they're just very conservative and they don't really like to be aggressive at all. Like, they've had the timing for like 2 minutes now, but they haven't really tried to invade or anything. They're very contentious farming. As I said, now they're trying to be aggressive. They really want to get to level 12 on the DP, so they get the level 2 ghosts, so they can go into the Roche pit.
Now they haven't.
Yeah, I think this is the Roshan call.
They ping out Roche immediately.
Yeah, that's what I've been waiting for all along. Should be a very easy one. The Dire cannot fight into 3 BKBs right now. No.
That's the thing, like, they haven't popped any of their BKBs yet, right? So they're still all 9-second BKBs, and they've been holding them for a while.
Easy ages for Mikoto. 23 Savage doesn't really need it because he's very tanky. He's a Doom. And now it's time to start pressuring outsiders. I don't think we've actually seen a Doom yet this time around. Did I miss it? No, right? We haven't seen a Doom yet.
No, I haven't heard it.
Okay. There's a very obvious voice line. Hard to miss.
One that is Doom. Feels pretty hard to miss when you're saying the spell out loud.
You are doomed. And the puck is
There it
doomed.
is. There's the Doom. They go after GPK, but he's pretty quick. Not sure he's gonna survive though. He even drops the gem for someone to pick up. Oh, they try to get the deny, but they don't finishing it off, and they've got the Omni Slash to get the kill on
Where's the
23
team?
Savage. Talon, they used the Doom, they threw the Laguna Blade, and then they kind of let 23 Savage move himself in.
I mean, that Grave's still available. They have so many ways to help him. They sort of all just ditched him. They were full health on all of them.
They baited their own Doom. And yes, they got a kill, but at the same time, he still died. I don't think he needed to die there.
No, not at all. But at least they got the puck kill. But yeah, like losing your rich Doom for puck, he's almost double his net worth. It's actually filthy how rich he is on a Doom.
Spike Carapace, that lines up an Impale. Yamich, stunned up again by Makoto. Stunned forever, but not silenced, just on the edge. Croup Swarm
the
lands,
raindrop.
Yamich into the trees. The TP attempt, KP.
Oh, nice.
Doesn't throw another Croup Swarm, so he survives.
That's a lot of tower damage though. Again, they're very split. The Doom's actually in the bot lane right now.
Yeah, Doom by himself over bot.
KP.
They're bringing a couple heroes in. KP behind enemy lines, behind the tier 2 tower. And he beat KP's TP out.
Yeah, better be safe than sorry.
BKB or BKP?
BKTP. Nice little arcane rune. Maybe the DP will pick that up for quick cooldown on the exorcism. But I want Talon to be really aggressive now. I just hope that whatever happens in the mid lane doesn't scare them too much, you know? Because I do think they have a very big advantage right now. They should really push that. Vendetta. Could be a Carapace.
And
Got
Shadow
him.
Blade, they're gonna go. They found GPK. And he drops the gem.
Yeah, he did the... Like, he was supposed to, like, whenever you play against Nyx Assassin as a pack, every time you throw out an illusory orb and a creep wave or Doom,
Avalanche
Ops BKB.
and BKB going the other way. Going after Yamich. They've got the Sears on the high ground. Ice Path lands, but it's only gonna hit on the hide. They also dropped the wall. That was with anticipation that Talon were gonna go up onto the high ground.
yeah,
Okay.
but they're gonna pop Exorcism for the top tier 2. Should be a very free one, under Arcane Rune as well, so the cooldown is very short. But yeah, for all the pack players out there, I don't know if I should give you more tips because the hero is broken, really broken. I'm just gonna do it anyway. When you play against Nyx, every time you orb a creep wave, you have to phase shift. Like, just make it an automatic process. Because that's the way you dodge the Spike Carapace, and you can actually play it quite safely against the Nyx Assassin.
Sword picked up for DM.
Radiant's bottom tower
Oh,
is
Lina,
under
you have no
attack.
resources? Okay, let me just give you a region rune. Gaben.
Regeneration.
So 46 seconds left on that Aegis. Taking a look at Makoto. say,
Very
Ice,
farmed.
and they've got the sentry down, so they're going to ping that out, knowing that the Ice Path was kind of thrown in that direction. I think maybe they'll assume it's there. Manta now finished for the Jug.
Yeah.
So he's got
so
Manta
Jack has been
Maelstrom.
farming up nicely. Yeah. He's quite farmed.
He's still behind Makoto. He's probably going to surpass him with Makoto not farming as efficiently at the moment.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Shiva's down on Doom as well. He is massive. But you also get this like, sense of timidity, right? Like,
Radiant's bottom tower.
they don't feel as strong as they are right now. Or is it DD? For the Doom, okay. Like this Lina is going to absolutely shred them. Best Doom target is probably the Darkseer.
They had the sentry there. They kind of just watched Zephyr walk up to them. They're going to use the Doom on the GPK. They threw the Lotus over a little bit too late with BKBB pop by 23 Savage. They'll go for Yamich. The rest of the team might be able to just leave on this. Yamich will eventually fall, and they've caught up to Hakoda. Zephyr is there, blink forward from 23 Savage, missing the Impale, but, well, Infernal Blade, and with the double damage of the War Stomp, they've got another dead on the side of Outsiders, and it ends up being a 3-for-0 in the favor of Talon.
Yeah, and you can see they're literally all full health. Like, there's just nothing Outsiders can do right now other than run every time they see them. They still have Exorcism as well, so they might be threatening the tier 2 mid. See if they want to pop it.
Dire are scanning.
Not yet. Lina also deals a lot of physical damage, so they might not even need it. Tiny's fast. Ooh, nice stun.
Following it up, Infernal Blade jumping in. Omni Slash is going to be immediately committed onto Makoto, but they've got the Shell of Grave as well as a TP out with the BKB. The back end into the wall, it's on a 3. They drop down the Dream Coil, they'll get the stun. It's onto the Doom. 23 Savage, they're in a little bit of trouble. They get the kill to hide, but they ended up losing themselves Yamich. They take out 23 Savage. They no longer have the Doom with the BKB pop out KP. The chase is on from Outsiders to get a kill onto the Death Prophet. Lotus Orb, Spirit Siphon going back the other way. The Death Prophet leaves, and they'll take the tier 1 over mid.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Oh, Zephyr is down the hunt. Here's a Blink Dagger though. He hits him and brings out okay. Very brave, but yeah, massive teamfight victory for Outsiders here. They overchased just a little bit without having BKBs up. And little plays like these, Puck and Darkseer love exploiting that. Because obviously, the only counter to those heroes is really the BKB. Once you don't have that, you're stuck in the wall, you're stuck in the coil, you can't really do a whole lot. And Juggernaut is getting bigger and bigger. He will, at some point, become the ultimate carry in the game, where one Omni Slash will just -1 hero every time. We're not quite there yet, but soon.
When do you think we get there?
After Basher plus 1 item.
Basher plus 1 item.
Yeah. So Basher is the, like, this is the spin build, we call it, right? You go for the spin shot, which makes you move faster during Battle Fury, and you attack every time, like once every second. And that attack can proc Maelstrom, can proc Bashes, can proc anything. So now you have the Basher. After that, you go into damage, and that's when you really become very scary.
Radiant are scanning.
Like, I kind of want to
BKB
focus
early from Makoto. And they'll wait down the
Zephyr?
Ice Path. They catch Zephyr, dual breath out. Creep Storm there. Yamich is hit, but it doesn't matter. Spike Carapace isn't really going to save the life of Zephyr, so They take out the Nyx Assassin. He's dead for 40 seconds, and with Roche up and no buyback available on the Nyx Assassin, you might go the way of Outsiders. If you're Talon, you really kind of need this Aegis. It felt like they were on a roll, and they've been shut down for the next few moments.
Oh, Hyde as well. He has a gem.
He's got the gem in his hand, tossed up, and never has the chance to survive. Savage and the Blade Fury's in. KP, he's all by himself over on the other side as well. He'll throw the Doom, it's down to the Jug. They got the Shallow Grave, they claw back on Hyde, but they'll vacuum him back. He can't survive at all. And they'll get the kill on the 23 Savage. They'll look over as Makoto now looking over at DM. The Avalanche hits, the Avalanche still alive, the wall is down, it hits onto the leader, they get the kill on the GPK, they'll take the puck, and that's just one on the side of Outsiders that's been killed off. Use the Exorcism, Lotus Orb, used by DM onto himself. Makoto being run down by KP. So for the moment, they got the Jug out of the picture as well as the puck, but they're losing the heroes one by one. The stun's just a little bit late from Zephyr. Hyde goes down again, KP falls. Zephyr looking like he's gonna be next. He just respawned. They should be able to catch this Nyx Assassin, but they do get the Spike Carapace on all three. He's just biding his time right now, and eventually, the inevitable will come and he will fall. It's just a matter of when.
Finally. Yeah, they couldn't quite connect with damage onto the Juggernaut, unfortunately. He had like 400 health or so. Like one more Infernal Blade or anything would have done the job there, and this teamfight would not have gone the way it did just now. But yeah, net worth back to even, probably even the advantage of Outsiders after this Roche. Free shot as well. Game completely turned around. And that's what I was afraid of for Talon. Like the timidity they show in all of the series is very... You know, it's very strange. Like, it feels like they don't know how strong they are at a certain point.
They had an 8K lead. Like, you'd think they would have been a little bit more confident about...
Yeah.
Maybe pushing the pressure and pushing the pace, but now there's an Aegis into the hands of Ramses, and a game in which Talon looked like they were going to win feels like they're on their heels, and they've kind of missed their moment.
Yeah, Juggernaut now is insanely strong. Let's see what item build he will go from here. Like, there's lots of things he could go for. It could be the Skadi, he might want to finish the Mjolnir, could be a Blink Dagger as well. But his damage output right now is insane. If he gets the Omni Slash on 23... Oh, he didn't blink out.
Oh boy, 23 Savage being run down, and with the Blade Fury, goes to the War Stomp, has the Infernal Blade, needs some help, and help is not on its way. Dream Coil used, GPK gets the kill, and 23 Savage, his game is being shut down.
Yeah, we have casted LGD versus Talon yesterday. It was the same story, right? Like, Talon wasn't really far behind, they were even ahead at some points. It's just, they're always so split around the map. They're never really together, and then they get punished for it a lot. That's how they lost against LGD, and that's sort of the trap they're falling into here again. Like, they're trying to be very efficient around the map, it's just not working out so far.
Now, Outsiders' odds are 1.05.
Yeah, at this point, you would be hard-pressed to see how Talon can really win. Like, the Juggernaut, as I said, one Omni Slash at this point is -1 hero. Very scary. They need some Lotus Orbs. But KP is also going to the Shiva's Guard.
They've gotten that Aegis and that Shard on the Death Prophet. I feel like they would have been on such a roll here.
Yeah, would have been very strong. Now the problem is that Juggernaut is such high level that the supports are looking for Ghost Scepters, but the reason why Juggernaut is so strong now, the spin deals 315 damage per second, which is like 1600 magic damage over 5 seconds, so even a Ghost Scepter will not save you.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
Ramsey's gonna secure a tier 2 over bottom.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Easily. Now got a Lincoln Sphere, so he doesn't get doomed up.
Yeah, Puck also picked up a Lincoln's. They've got a Lotus Orb on this Dark Seer, so they're really ready for Doom.
Yeah. That is a problem over here, like Doom, if you play him in a carry position. Like, he is countered through itemization quite easily, and now they all have the items that they need. I mean, they're looking at the Juggernaut, but what can they really do?
They kind of have to wait out the Aegis, right? And Jug's now taking the top slot of the net worth. Like, feels like it's going to be so difficult for them to make anything happen. They got the stun onto the Dark Seer, but the Omni Slash gets used immediately. He'll reflect the Doom back. So 23 Savage has doomed himself. The Ice Path landed on both supports. Ramsey's moving in, but they've got themselves the Shallow Grave that's going to be out on Zephyr with TP out of the fight. Hyde's not going to be so lucky. Yamage goes down to Makoto. Makoto's in on this one, trying to finish off a second. So they do get both supports out of the fight. They throw the Dream Coil down on a KP to keep him still. DM comes in with an Orbital Punch. They've got the vacuum that breaks this Dream Coil and locks him down enough to get the kill on KP. That is just such a combination, a symphony there of what they could put together for the side of Outsiders that led to them getting that kill onto the Death Prophet. And they do it so well, they do it with ease.
Yeah, punch into
Zephyr's
vacuum.
got to hit that stun.
I even do just delay tower push a little bit. It's not massive, but the high ground push is inevitable. Mikoto is standing strong though. He has to be careful. He still has BKB, but if he gets tossed out, he's dead.
That's the kind of damage that they could get on the Ramses. You gotta remember though, he does have an Aegis. The right click's coming in from Makoto, but the bashes are out from Ramses and the damage is in, so they do finally get the kill on the Yamage. They'll take him out again. He is now, well, just used his buyback and is dead again, so dead for a while. The damage coming out from the Lina is certainly there, and that shows what the 1-2 combo of an Impale as well as an LSA with the right click damage from Lina can do.
Yeah, 100%. They need to somehow get the Omni Slash on the Lina or catch her without BKB. During her BKB time right now, you cannot fight her. The DD jug though.
So, Aegis 10 seconds.
Yeah, Refresher picked up on the Doom. He hasn't really been able to connect too well in those team fights though. He has been getting stopped pretty much every time.
Doomed himself in the last one.
Yeah, well now Aegis is gone, so Juggernaut is a little bit more afraid of getting doomed again.
He's more the target than the last fight.
Yeah. GPK is going to the Dagon next. So just amping his own damage output. Mjolnir almost done on Jug.
Radiant are
So some key components are about to come online. 5-man smoke. It's a pretty obvious one though, because the lanes are pushing in, so I don't think Outsiders is gonna get caught out by this. You have to be careful if you're Talon. You can't just run onto the high ground. It's too risky.
They're sticking together at the moment on the side of Outsiders, so you need to really look for a proper opening on Talon, but they've smoked up themselves on this Outsiders side. Rip Swarm thrown, and that's gonna bring the attention back over towards mid. It feels like Talon are almost baiting out KP a little bit. Lincoln, Avalanche, Ice Path, vacuum wall on a full BKB, pop by KP. They'll pop the BKB on the Doom. KP's by himself now, and he no longer has a BKB. So there's the Dream Coil. The Doom gets thrown out. That's going to be through on a GPK. They go to the Omni Slash. That's going to bounce around onto only Doom at the moment. They've got themselves a Shallow Grave. They'll look over the Ramses. They get the gun to Yamage. Right click damage coming out of Makoto. They're trying to get this kill onto the Juggernaut. They better be the Infernal Blade on the Hakoda. It's going to be a double kill right now for the Lina. They pop up the Impale. They pop up the Puck. They've got themselves a third, and they can just catch him after the phase shift. He blinks, he gets away. GPK says, oh no, sir.
DM Midas is lucky though.
Vacuum on a KP, puts him onto the cliff. He's cosplaying Arteezy. DM goes back into the base, and they only lose both their supports after it looked like it was going so well for Talon.
Yeah. Luckily for Ramses, the Doom went onto the Lincolns, otherwise he would have been dead. But yeah, very, very close to just losing everything. And you just see the power of DP in those fights. Like, if you can actually get Exorcism out for the full duration with Lina clicking away at you, yeah, you're not surviving. Lina is an incredibly strong hero in these sort of scenarios where there's just so much meat in front of her, you can't get through to her. Like, look what you have. You have the Nyx, you have the DP, you have the Doom. You can't just ignore these heroes and run past them to the Lina. Not possible.
So now you've got Doom down for 80, Refresher for 95.
Looking for KP, no BKB for 2, he's fine.
GPK moves up, they find Makoto, they got some Blade Fury, and now they're going to try and pop these BKBs. They got the Shallow Grave. Makoto surviving for the moment. They got Macropyre down. 23 Savage needs to run out of this one. He popped the Satanic. They get the life back, but Yamage onto the high ground. Impale, Laguna Blade, LSA. They get the kill on Yamage. Let's get the Tiny for now. But
Mikoto's not
took
still.
out 23 Savage. Mikoto's out of position. They use the spike carapace and stuns up DM as well as
Run.
But the Blade Fury right onto Mikoto. They get the count of the Lina. He's going to be dead for 99 seconds with buyback. So KP on the run. No BKB for a minute. And Outsiders, they're right on the door, pressing on this base.
There should be one Rex at least, maybe even two if they don't want to buy back. Like, these kind of pushes are just impossible to delay because the healing ward just makes it impossible. Oh, Zephyr!
Should
Not committing.
be fine.
Yeah, it's always very hard to commit for the space dives if there's a dazzle behind them.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
5k lead for Outsiders. Roach back up in 40 seconds. That'll leave Talon without the Lina for 20 seconds on Roche. If the Lina decides not to buy back, but giving up 2 sets of racks might force the buyback out. They land the ice path. They're going to go with the normal punch and take out Zephyr very easily. And Hyde might just be next. Dylan's tagging. There's another one. They've all got buyback except for the Doom. But they might just let this bottom set go.
Yeah, now there's a very definitive gold lead on the Dire. I mean, 10k honestly is not super much at this point. It's just the team fight prowess of Darkseer and Puck at this point. Puck is half a level away from the most broken 25 talent in the game, where Dreamcoat just pierces your BKB. Once that's up together with Vacuum, those team fights are going to become an absolute nightmare, because Lina can't run away anymore suddenly.
Roche is up with an Ag's Blessing, but Talon, they need to go now. They can't wait, and they don't have 2 heroes for another 10 seconds. But our Outsiders willing to just stay in the pit, and it looks like they're going to evacuate, potentially even bait Talon over, and then fight, and then just go. And that's exactly what they found. They've got themselves the vacuum into the wall. It pops both their BKBs. That's actually going to make Talon's life a lot harder, because they've also used the Exorcism, so going for Roche doesn't even feel viable for them without Exorcism.
I mean, they're going in there right now.
Yeah, they have to go.
They feel forced to, but they used the BKBs already. If Outsiders sniffs this out, they're dead.
They're in on a Roche.
You have to scout this as Outsiders.
25%
like, you know
gone.
This is a possibility.
50% gone. Hakoda doing a lot of damage. They might be able to pick up the Aegis. They throw the tree in. Hakoda with the Ice Path. That's not going to land. And they'll step into it with the Spike Carapace. They find the Infernal Blade. They go. They got the Link. It's as well as the Lotus Storm. Oh, Ramses. He's A-okay. They get the Coda. They're going to try and get the Doom. It's finally out.
Mikoto.
Ramses. Makoto. He's trying to heal up. He's got the Satanic Fuse. The right click's coming in. They find themselves in Hex. It's going to be through out onto Tiny. I believe that's off the short of the Dazzle for the Fluency Touch. And it is. They've got the Avalanche as well as the Shadow Wave. The Dazzle's keeping them alive for now with the Doom finally wearing off on Ramses. They get the kill on a Yamish. Roche is open. Only 4 heroes alive on the side of Outsiders. They'll throw the Silence, but KP is in trouble. He stepped up on this one. They've got the Ice Path with the Blade Fury. There's the Shadow Grave again from behind. Normal punch with the Shadow Wave. Like, KP's not surviving. Yule's up into the air with the Ice Path down. They get the count of GPK. They go to the opposite side. It's going to be out of the 23 Savage. Bouncing, and they get the kill onto the Doom. It bounced on him and nobody else, and Hyde's gonna be run down via the Blade Fury as well. Triple kill for Ramses. Oh, they caught themselves TM. Makoto's still doing a lot of damage in this situation. They're gonna go after Hakoda. Ramses on the run. Zephyr moving forward. Ice Path is there. Ramses right up on him. Coming up from both the mid as well as the offlaner. DM as well as GPK trying to get something from this. Makoto finally takes out Hakoda. They'll look over at Ramses. They've got a top wave pushing in. They'll take the tier 1 with those creeps. Ramses thinking about going in onto the Nyx assassin, but doesn't commit just yet. They need to fall back on the side of Talon.
Yeah, this should leave open Roche though. And we'll see who that Blessing goes to. It could be Juggernaut, very strong on him, but I would maybe even like it more on the Jakiro. Like the piercing of the magic immunity sounds really strong. It goes to Juggernaut.
So now he's got the Swift Slash.
Never give the supports any sort of fun.
Nope.
And now with that 6k net worth infusion, look at his net worth. The Abyssal is on the courier and he still has 5,000 gold left.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
GPK who bought back. He needs to be careful, but he does have an Aegis to fall back on.
Yeah.
Ooh, blink in, as well as the dust, but they're gonna go with the poison touch that gets a hex on Yamich. Yamich ends up dead. They've got the parallel walls down, so trying to keep him in a box, and what's in the box is gonna be Makoto as well as Hyde. Hyde, shallow grave, but not gonna survive for much longer. He goes into the Glimmer Cave. He's gonna survive. They've got the right hooks coming down on the GPK. The load storm is there, but it's not gonna keep him alive. They'll fly back on Yamich. They will go over in the rest. KT trying to zone out the rest of the outsiders. They need to try and catch GPK, who goes with the Illusory Orb and escapes from the base. They held just a little bit.
Yeah, at the price of... Did they buy back anyone? No, they didn't. So they defended without losing anything. That's very good news. I mean, these team fights are... Yeah, there's going to be incredibly hard from this point on. BKB, piercing coil. Like, if they get an Omni Slash on the Lina doing that, he has to be so careful that he gets the Grave out on time. And then will just become like a who outplays who, right? If the Puck can silence the Dazzle, while the Lina's on, like, in the focus, then Outsiders wins, but if Dazzle gets the Grave off, then suddenly she uses Satanic with the extra heal amplification, back to full health. There's so many variables right now that needs to be taken into account for both teams. Late game Dota is very messy.
For a Divine Rapier.
Yeah, I think it might be time for just that in a situation like this. At the same time though, it doesn't save you from an Omni Slash. So if you get Omni'd, you're dead either way.
5v5 on the smokes, but Outsiders hold the high ground to their right.
Radiant are scanning.
It's gonna be DM. Oh, DM might find them all. Blinks away. The rest of the team is nearby, and we've seen Yamich want to go in with the blink as well as the avalanche. That's how he died last time, trying to get Zephyr. Blink, Impale missing.
Ooh.
GPK still standing by.
No, DM is also level 25, has the parallel wall now, one of the strongest talents in the game. If you guys into a refresher, it's gonna be 4 walls down in the team fight, and it gets way too chaotic. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I hope the game goes that long.
We've seen Lina's pull it out before. We saw Somnus on RNG pull it out when he was on the high ground, defending his base. A similar situation.
Another
Smoke
5-man
again.
smoke.
Yeah,
they
smoke
really
again.
want to find a fight. But again, all the lanes are pushed in. Outsiders are very well aware of this. This should not come as a surprise. You cannot run up to the high ground.
They know Puck would be dead for a long time without buyback if they were able to catch GPK, and that could be massive.
Right. Or they're just running up the high ground. They didn't watch
they're
Star
running
Wars
up,
enough.
but they run up. There's a ward right there and a sentry down, so they know that these heroes are coming their way.
And Juggernaut is being bottom. So that means evacuate. Everyone has to leave top. Leave.
16k lead here for Outsiders. Telescope picked up, but holding on right now. Lina's holding on to the Enchanted Quiver. Is there any neutrals that you'd rather have on any of these other heroes, with Doom holding on to the onto the Quicksilver Amulet?
Let's see. Which build could be good for Lina? Gives decent attack speed and a lot of damage. How much is it? 4%? Yeah, equal to 4% of target's max mana. There's like a lot of extra damage that he could potentially go for. He values just the positioning advantage right now that he gets from the Enchanted Quiver attack range. But yeah, if he's looking for pure damage, Witchbane is a very good option. And then minute 60, if we get there, of course, the Desolator 2 would be great.
Swift Blink for the Jug, so he's still adding to the arsenal.
Blink, yeah. And he still has one slot instead of the Midas.
Tricky. Lina's Courier on standby if he wants to go for the Divine Rapier, but Makoto, holding the gold at the moment, has almost 8,000 gold.
He tables have turned a bit. Timidity is now on the side of outsiders. They want to make sure that the puck has buyback before they really commit to any fight, I suppose. But they should feel very confident right now. This Juggernaut is just such a monster.
Radiant's middle
E3
tower
Savage, what's he
is under
going for
attack.
next? That overwhelming blink? You clean up the creeps in the base.
And this is the problem when you run a carry Doom, right? You don't have this like super late game carry that you otherwise would have, like a Terror Blade or Faceless Void or something like that. If you can connect with the Dooms, that's great, but it's just so difficult at this point. So many counter items. GPK, buyback up in 1 minute, so we're probably going to be able to see them aggress relatively soon. Oh, GPK.
Oh, they're still near him. Got the Infernal Blade. They'll pop the Link as the 4-step over with a BKB being popped. They go to the Doom. It's on a GPK with a Refresher being used. Damage trying to help out with
no
BKB.
buyback.
Now off of this Doom. But GPK is going to be dead for 2 minutes. They have found Hakoda. They're going onto the back line. Doom again, this time onto the darts here, but he's going to eat the Omni Slash. Can he bounce it around? They got the Shallow Grave. It's out from behind. Ramsey's now with the Blade Fury. He's got to try and run away. They'll purchase the Divine Rapier and try and get it chipped out to Makoto. It was over by the secret shop, so it won't take long for them to grab it. They've got no GPK. They have no Hakoda, but he's got buyback. Osha's not up for another minute at least.
You know how scary this is? There's just a rapier over the Roche pit with the damn courier. If the courier dies, the rapier is gone.
Oh, he didn't even get it delivered at the moment.
No, he's just
LSA,
waiting.
that lands back and back. Ramsey's trying to get a kill on a hide. He's been a big portion of this fight. Oh, the impale lands. Damage.
Nobody
wall
went tiny.
down. It's 2 walls committed. It's the parallel wall from the level 25. They go into the Swift Slash from Ramsey's, but he doesn't have that Omni Slash for another 80 seconds.
Now the courier is flying back to base with the rapier.
He's not keeping it at the moment. We've seen stuff like this in SCA. You remember last year's TI qualifiers when they had
scanning.
the Arc Warden being played by 23 Savage, and he ended up keeping like 2 Divine Rapiers in the base?
Yeah. I mean, I think in this case it's just that he wants to keep it as a surprise for as long as possible. Or now you gotta deliver it. Okay, no more surprise.
Ooh, they have found themselves 23 Savage, vacuum, normal punch, Blade Fury.
He has no buyback.
He's not there with Hyde. That's why he's been surviving, is with the help of the Dazzle, and now he's the one who's dead for the longest amount of time.
Luckily for them, Roche is somewhat late-ish, like just about the average timer. So they won't be able to get it for free. But the rest of the team has to be very careful. Like, they cannot bleed away any more kills. Like, every buyback at this point matters a lot. Alright, GPK is back up. They're looking for Roche. Nope, not there for another minute.
Four-man smoke. GPK taking back that outpost. He's going for an arcane blink. Roshan 35 seconds.
Yeah, Dias Roche is not like super fast, so. As I said, they shouldn't be able to just sneak it straight away. I really hope the next axe goes to the Jakiro. I feel like the Markiplier piercing magic immunity can do a lot for them.
Radiant are scanning.
The scan is out, and they know that, well, at least Hakoda's there. Somebody's there.
I can't believe Yamash is standing up there on this hill without
And Roche is up. Roche is up. Talon need to go. Talon need to make something happen. It's a 5-man smoke, but I don't even think that was in time.
Oh, Yamash position into
It's
that.
going to be quick, and Yamich is going to break the smoke. So they're going to come over. He's going to blink away. They'll go and actually look for Yamich instead of going
He has
for
no
Yamich,
buyback,
going
though.
for Roche. Roche still up, still up. GPK comes out to the side. He's going to try and help out. They fail on the Roche pit for just a second. They get the Aegis into the hands of Ramses, but the cheese is picked up by DM. They've got
KP
the Blade
by
Fury. It's on a
yourself.
KP with the BKB. They get the Tony Yamich is getting the tiny. They look over as the Lotus Orb is going to be put on to Hakoda, and he's been caught. He's been killed. Double kill from Hakoda as they're going to look towards the rest.
Radiant's middle tower.
Ramsey's
is
falling
under
back,
attack.
has the Omni Slash, has the Swift Slash, and another Ag Scepter blessing in his pocket with the Refresher. This exorcism's gonna run out in a moment, and I think Rams is gonna want to fight with the help of GPK. GPK though with no Dream Coil. There isn't much control that they have unless they get a normal punch out there. Blade Fury once again, and they've got the Dagon, they have the Abyssal, they'll get the come on to hide, they'll take it to the Dazzle, but he's got buyback. Jen's on the deck, Infernal Blade is almost on the end. The Doom's gonna be used, but it's gonna be reflected back. Omni Slash is committed, bouncing around, but doesn't have the damage with a normal punch hitting out to 23 Savage. He'll end up dying here. GPK gets the kill, but 23 Savage takes out GPK himself. They'll buyback on 3 heroes on the side of Outsiders. They've got the buyback available on 23 Savage, so he's starting to fall back. GPK with the Waning Rift, Illusory Orb keeping up. Now looking over at Hyde again. Normal punch, Blade Fury. This is the guy who's keeping everybody alive, and now he's dead for 105.
He just brought back. Well, he brought back and tried to. I'm not entirely sure actually. He just walked in kind of out of position. That now leaves a massive window for them to push because Dazzle is so important for the defense that without him, I'm not quite sure how they can pull it off.
Dream Coil
Nice
on
corner
3. Got the stun
look
on
at the damage,
Zephyr,
though.
but they don't follow it up. Makoto's just sitting back trying to output some damage onto these heroes.
Yeah, Makoto's damage output is insane right now. Like Jug died from, like didn't die, but dropped from full to like 30% in like 2 seconds.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Makoto from the low ground. TM comes in. They've got themselves a vacuum as well as the ice path. It's on the 3 with the Dream Coil. Oh dear! Zipper goes down. KP falls. They don't have a dazzle to save them with the KP beating them pop. They'll got
Makoto has to do it by himself.
Swift slash from Makoto from Sean. They have to do with the BKB. 4-step onto the high ground. Right.
What is that?
And the impale. And they take up the Aegis on Ramses. They throw the Laguna Blade. There's the normal punch. They're looking for the ice path, but Makoto's too quick. We back to life once again, and they'll still try to make this happen, this time without the tiny Yamage dead for 70 seconds, and they finally will have Hyde back in 30.
This is the last time they all have these buybacks though, so if any of them die again, they're gonna be dead for a long time. And Ramses looks to be setting up an ambush here.
This time they've got the Hex on DM.
Yeah, it's all about just isolating the Lina and killing her at this point.
You need to watch out for their base too. Throne exposed, no more tier 4s. It was going down. They have to clean up these creeps if they're willing to fight. This is a long, drawn-out fight. Can they maintain? Can they hold on?
I mean, those fights... I'm honestly surprised how well Talon is holding on. I feel like the teamfight prowess of Outsiders lineup should have overwhelmed them quite a while ago.
Dire are scanning.
19k lead. The Ag's Blessing, the Scotty, the Abyssal Blade all on this Jug. He's full level 30, ready to go. Koto's level 29, and the last one he's going to pick up is the Laguna Blade cooldown. Not exactly that important, but putting on half the cooldown. Maybe he gets it out a second time.
I don't even think he's going to use it at this point, to be honest. Puts him in a bad position. He just wants to be right-clicking with his big attack range. Or whoever they lose from this point onwards is just... like, they can't lose anyone. Because they all bought back. Every death here hurts.
Hyde has to try and survive.
He has to try and hide.
Big difference maker. Yeah, he does need to try and hide. Avalanche, Zephyr though with a spike carapace. They're gonna go forward. They've got themselves the Infernal Blade. They're gonna refresh on this one. They're trying to get a Doom out. 23 Savage doesn't find a target for the Doom, and KP immediately he goes onto the back lines, trying to use that exorcism to back him away. But Outsiders got that healing ward, and they are just trying to heal up, back up, survive. Ramses blinks in, and he's really not too scared. But you've popped exorcism, and you don't have a refresher for this Death Prophet. Now there's only one Doom with the refresher used by 23 Savage.
Oh, he doomed the Lincolns, huh?
I believe he might have. Zephyr goes in, looks for the impale, doesn't land it.
Oh, Zephyr again. This is time.
He's in the ice path vacuum onto two correctors coming in on Yamish, but they've got the Aeon disc, so Yamish is going to survive. And it looks like 23 Savage is in trouble. They'll go to the Omni Slash, they'll force staff him while he's in the Dream Coil. They've got the Fear on a Hakoda, they'll get the gun to the Jakiro. They picked up the gem, and nobody else is dead, but they've lost the Jakiro for 2 minutes.
Oh my god. Like,
Creep's coming
22
in.
Savage would have been dead there if the creep wave, like if the creep didn't come from the neutral camp. It jumped onto the creep wave like straight away.
So now no Doom for at least 98 seconds.
Oh, no Jakiro for 2 minutes.
Yep. And that might leave Outsiders sitting back with no Jakiro.
Might leave him on the outside.
Yes.
Oh man. We
Hex
got a lot
coming
more
out for
games
23
today.
Savage. This is only the first one of the day. And
Yeah.
we're about to hit the 60-minute mark.
Illusion.
60 minutes could get very interesting when it comes to items. Now I can't even fathom what Gaben has planned when minute 60 hits, so I don't even want to spitball about the items that could be dropping or how good they would be. But Book of the Shadows could be an absolute game breaker, my friend.
Feels like once you get to the point where tier 5s come out, the game, for the most part, net worth doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's slash RNG. See who gets the better items. See who 2 hits the opponents first.
Yeah, will you be royal or will you give up? That is what the RNG can bring.
You forgot the never, though.
Well, you're either one or the other.
I'm royal.
And I'm the give up. Ag's
Yeah.
Blessing being built here by 23 Savage, who you could see how much his net worth has fallen, at least in the lineup.
Both teams are so scared at this point. For good reason. One mistake can cost you the game.
For sure.
However, you don't have any buybacks on the Radiant other than the Lina, so I feel like if you want to aggress, the time is now. The time to be passive is over, my friends on Outsiders.
So let's see what they can do. They haven't been able to kill off Makoto, and if he gets himself an Aegis, he's just gonna be ultra confident, right?
Yeah. 5 man.
What do you?
Or 4
I
man
guess.
spawn this time.
What do you take
Radiant are scanning.
off the arsenal to pick up that Aegis if you're the Lina? Maybe just the boots of travel or the BKB, and then get it back in while you're respawning. But Roche not up for another 45 seconds. So another Roche coming to play. And at that time, there will be tier 5 items.
I'm really surprised that Outsiders didn't try to push the advantage they've had on the buybacks. Now almost all the buybacks are back off cooldown, which basically nullified all the advantage they've built the last 10 minutes.
Just an illusion rune, not a double damage, which feels to drop at these important moments all the time. And the 60-minute mark, Giant's Ring is the first one to drop.
Make the Doom even bigger. Wait, he's about to grow.
Machina.
Hands up! Oh,
Now he's huge.
look how massive he is.
Fifth Roche. Aegis
But
Cheese,
He
Refreshing
takes
Shard,
the
and
max.
Ag's Blessing.
He took
Ooh,
the
Ex
X
Machina
Machina
for 2
sec.
teams.
So he grew shorter again. Who takes the Giant Ring then? The DP?
Next. Maybe DP. Somebody should. It's an amazing item.
It's also just 800 health.
Yeah,
Is this
so
the 800 health?
They're in on Roche, by the way. The Giant's Ring is equipped on the Lina. So it's 800 more health for the Lina, but they're just taking Roche. Somebody needs to step
700.
in there. Zephyr's coming over. Spike Carapace. They know that they're in there, but
Too
they have to
late.
react, and it's just too late. It's a free Roche for Outsiders.
Roshan has fallen to the ground.
I am shocked that Talon gave that up.
They were too busy discussing who gets the neutral items. Now, you can call me crazy, but
Force
doesn't it
boost
seem kind of counterproductive that you make the hero that you want to be seen the least even bigger? I actually feel like the Giant's Ring on Lina makes him more of a focus target, you know?
Potentially, yeah. And they've given the Ag's Blessing over to the Jakiro, by the way, so now he's got the Ag's
Ramses.
Fire. They'll go through. They found themselves Ramses. They've been unable to kill him the entire game. He's got that Aegis, but they take the first life out of his hands. They've also used the Doom. It's going to be on the Yamage. He'll respawn. The wall is down. GPK on the back line. Throwing down the Doom Core. It's going to be on the Nyx Assassin as well as Hide, silence up. But he's going to have to
charge.
They get the kill on a Hind. They're taking the dazzle. They'll look over the Jakiro. They get the kill onto 2. They both have buyback. So does Hyde. It's godlike for Makoto, trying to output that damage, going after DM. DM, though. No, the right clicks on the high ground. Oh, my. Makoto getting another one. That's going to be a double kill. They finally take out the junk for the first time this game. 14-1 and 15.
Yeah, like he didn't really use anything. He respawned, didn't spin, didn't Omni, didn't Manta, Abyssal, nothing. Yeah, he just kind of died twice. Refresher shot. No, Ex Machina popped. Why does it have the same effect?
On a 25-second cooldown. Refreshes everything but Refresher Orb.
Why stop there? Why not Refresher as well?
They have buyback on all these heroes, and Talon should pretty much assume that that's the case.
Yeah. Now the whole buyback advantage is on the side of Talon, of course. They might want to go for the GG even.
You need to be careful. Creeps are pushing through into their base on the bottom lane. They need to be careful that their base doesn't get taken out. They're going under the Omni Slash. They're going to look to get the kill here, but he's got themselves a shallow grave. These creeps are in onto their base. They need to be careful to go in on the KP. They'll get the kill on the Death Prophet. And they'll send back 23 Savage to clean up the creeps while the rest of the team runs. They don't have Death Prophet for a while. Buyback's available, but buyback not enough gold.
How much does he have? Oh, he's 1,000 gold more. There's no way they're gonna have him anytime soon. But of course, outsiders can't know that. No chance of knowing that. Book of the Dead. The item nobody wants to see
Fallen
ever.
Sky.
Oh, Fallen Sky, that's a pretty good one. Could go into the Puck. Could go into the Juggernaut.
And Dark Seers.
Oh, Desolator 2 for the Juggernaut.
Wow, Stygian Desolator.
That's a lot of damage for the Jug.
So they're holding Ex Machina, Giant's Ring. They've got the Book of the Dead on the Nyx Assassin and Force Boots on the Dazzler to try and keep him alive and help him out on his positioning.
Why is nobody taking the Fallen Sky?
They're still missing one of their tier 5s. Avalanche toss up into the air with the Dream Coil. That's going to snap. 23 Savage. His life's going to break. We'll get the buyback coming out. But they need to try and hold on to this one. And, well, with the buyback being used, outsiders, they lost Yamage to Makoto's damage, and they're going to back up.
Somebody on Outsiders seriously needs to pick up the Fallen Sky.
I would put it on the Tiny.
They're thinking about putting it on a Jug.
Like, why not, right?
I feel like it's either Tiny, but he dies all the time really fast.
Yeah,
Like, is it Giant Ring to the Tiny?
Transforms
Fallen
into
Sky.
a meteor, slam down on them, Avalanche toss him out.
Nah, you don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need that. Oh, Mirror Shield.
Oh,
That's the
all
most
right.
broken one.
Octarine Core finished here for the Puck. So he's got the Ex Machina on GPK as well as the Lincoln. So Lincolns will get popped and the Aeon Disc, and he can just refresh it with the Ex Machina, right? Oh, well, he gave it up now. Who's he giving it to?
So Fallen Sky on the Puck, in and out a lot. Bomb, 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 bomb.
Who did he give X? He gave Ex Machina to the Jakiro. I don't know. I feel like I like the Ex Machina more on GPK. That refreshes the Aeon Disc, right?
Yeah, it does.
It's just the refresher. Like, why wouldn't you keep that to have the Lincolns and the Aeon Disc?
And it also gets reduced by Octarine Core, the cooldown.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Roche, 3 minutes away, by the way. And I feel like we always have to speak about it. All this time, still no Mega Creeps. Like, that's been a big part of this. Those creeps were pushing in through bottom.
Are scanning.
I feel like we've kind of seen like the scale tip twice already in this game. Massively for Talon, they're too scared to really do anything. They're massively for outsiders.
Makoto with a ward. Oh, they're gonna find Zephyr. He's just in the wrong
He has
spot
Aeon
at the
Disc,
wrong
he has Aeon
time.
Disc.
That's unfortunate for him. He does have that Aeon Disc. They're gonna throw the damage out from Makoto, but they need to focus him. They've got themselves a Doom as well as the
They doomed
Aeon
the
Disc being
Puck.
popped here on the Puck. Intel lands, and the damage out on a GPK. He's got buyback. They found themselves Yamage with the Exorcism right on top of him. There's no chance this Tiny survives. It's a rock slide as they crumble him into the ground, and they've got Hakoda TPing out, as well as Ramses, and the rest of the team is bailing on this approach.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like the Ex Machina on Puck is just too valuable. Refreshes Lincoln's as well. Refreshes Dagon. Curious decision. Very curious.
So now can they force the buybacks again? This has been problematic for Talon going up onto the high ground in the past. And is now picked up by Hyde, so he'll have some survivability again. He's level 25 in just a moment. EKB, DM, back to wall, three guys missing on the Makoto! He needs a Satanic when the Dragon is there! And then Wine Reaper's on the deck! The high ground is gonna cost them so much! Ramses comes in and they clean up with the help of DM Outsiders! Throws them outside of this game!
Remember we spoke about with the refresher? 4 wards just like that, there's nothing you can do about it. Look at the diagram of death. With the Jakiro ult in between that, it can't move. That was a nasty combo. They have buybacks though again on the Nyx Assassin and DP at least, but no Dazzle for so long.
Now they've got the Rapier on Ramses.
Where was the grave? He was not silenced or anything. I think he just misclicked because he was tossed into the air on the Lina or something. That could have been massive if he gets the grave off, and then he gets the Satanic off. And
Yeah,
the
no
BKB.
buyback on Hyde. He spent his money on an Aeon-Disc that was supposed to keep him alive.
Yeah, maybe he assembled it a little bit too late. But are you really not willing to go high ground right now? Again, they're just so timid on Outsiders.
On 2 heroes. And they're gonna come through top, double damage over bottom. Makoto still has a Divine Rapier, but they just don't have the presence at the moment to keep these heroes back. They need to wait 50 seconds. They've got a glyph, they'll buy back on just Zephyr for now. And clean up these creeps. Bottom lane pushing in.
Every day I'm pushing in, really. One more spin should be able to take on more frags here.
Oh! He hit it! He comes in with the Fallen Sky. He hit it on the 23 Savage. That forces the BKB out. They've got themselves Mega Creeps, so the game changes a little bit. The Refresher is used by 23 Savage. They'll have Hyde up in 16 seconds. So the Refresher was used. You've got Aeon-Disc. You've got yourself the BKB again. You've got Doom ready to throw. And it wasn't the Refresher, it was the Ex Machina, my bad.
Yeah, the only way to differentiate that is the sound it makes.
It's more of a Chinese sound.
Double
Yeah.
damage.
You guys gonna
I'm still waiting for our sound pack. Minute and 10 seconds until Roche is up. Now the Refresher was on cooldown, now it's not.
Scanning.
So they'll have Ex Machina and the Refresher.
they're
Look at
looking to kill
where
someone
the
in the pit.
damage is. They'll go inside the pit, they'll find themselves Dakota, but it's the Ex Machina again. This time
he's
not the
gonna push
Refresher.
her
They're
off.
gonna reflect themselves the poison touch. That X is up Hyde. Hyde's a little bit vulnerable. You gotta be careful with the
Oh,
creeps
no
because they're
buyback.
over close in the bottom lane. No buyback available for the Jakiro. Start to move in with the Fallen Sky. That lets out a 23 Savage. They've got themselves a vacuum into the wall with the BKB being popped by 23 Savage. BKB by Damage. He walks in. They'll pop the Dream Core. Now they're going to go in with the Exorcism. Creeps pushing in
There's
once
so many
again. They're
walls
just trying
there.
to extend this fight. There's 4 walls down, 4 walls keeping Talon in
creeps
place.
are going into base.
And now creeps are in the base. Fallen Sky once again. Makoto! The Fallen Sky, but this time they found themselves the shallow green. They're going in. 23 Savage trying to
They do the jug.
You're reflecting back on the Doom. They'll go after the jug. Creeps moving into the base, still continuing, but they get the Divine Rapier back on the deck! Back on the deck!
He
Zephyr
cancels
goes down.
to the beast! He cancels to the beast!
They're gonna. Oh, the creeps are in the base. They need to get back.
He
They need
cancels
to
to
get
the
back.
beast!
Makoto's got the giant string, so he can stay in base and get all the way back with the creeps. The creeps.
He cancels the beast!
He's got to get the creeps. Oh,
200
he survives. 300 health. They'll get the kill onto the Nyx Assassin and the Dazzle. Oh my God! I've got buyback. This road is in so much trouble. The fight's still going on the back in the river. They've got the Dream Coil down once again. They go after DM. He's got the jug. No TP's in. They'll use the dagger. TP reflected back. GP cancels. Someone KP being popped by KP. Yamich goes down. KP falls. He's got buyback. And they're trying to defend the base. Oh man, they got 23 Savage. They'll take him out for 2 minutes.
buyback on him.
Just back down.
No buyback on Zephyr either. Thrown on 300, they have no glyph. Jack just needs to blink on it, hit it 3 times, and it's gone. It's game over. But they're going for the Roche first. They're going for the safe play. He's going to get the Aegis. He's just going to BOT on the wave. They have their own glyph to fortify the wave. Blink on the throne, GG. Oh, Plug is doing it! Plug is doing it! Plug is doing it!
Oh, they got it!
The fallen sky, the meteor.
Oh my god.
Nice. Nice.
That's a way to end the game. Outsiders with the victory. Oh.